Hello students, welcome to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir, a temple for learning. Students, in previous lecture we discussed there is a biodiversity and conservation, there is a important concepts, right? So we have discussed about the some unions, Earth Summit and World Conservation Union, and it is also formerly be known as IUCN, right? So we have discussed today's class also. We have to continue there are certain basic terminology in the biodiversity and the conservation. Let us talk about those things. So here you can see in the up to now we have discussed the 18 concepts in the biodiversity and the conservation. Let us talk about the another important concept, that is what does it mean, scared forest and the lakes, right? So here also very important, student. We are talking about the biodiversity and conservation. So every part it is a very important now. So the concepts we are going to learn now. So we have discussed of the scared forest and the lakes. That means the scared grooves. These are the forests of the having the patches. So what means it is that the scared forest, nothing but the forest having the patches. Where it is occurred here? It is a place around the across the places of the worships which are held in the highest ecosystem, esteemed by tribal communities. For suppose you can see these are the scared forest, we can observe, we can very hill stations, right? Very in the tribal communities. Okay, so whoever is that the tribal communities to be available in the hill stations, so this type of the scared forest and lakes we can observe, right? So the next another one is that these are the most undistributed forest patches. So we don't have any proper distributed the forest actually cannot be distributed in a proper manner. So that's why it is an undistributed of forest patches. That means it is also called as a island of pristine forest. This concept is a very important now. So what is that undistributed forest patches? Other name it is considered as islands of the pristine forest. Right, student? Which are often surrounded by highly degraded landscape. Okay, highly degraded landscapes also we can observe in forest patches now. Next, they are found in these several parts of India. So what are the scared forest and lakes? How it is available? Where it is available? You can see first of all Karnataka state, Maharashtra, Rajasthan. So these are the three states having the forest, scared forest and lakes. And not a single branch is allowed to be cut from these forests. As a result, many endemic species which are rare or have become extinct elsewhere can be seen without to flourish here now. So what does mean here now? So here a single branch is not allowed to be cut. Okay, so in this scared forest, single branch cannot be cut now. Here, as a result, if it is a such type of things is to be erased, so what happened is that endemic species which are very rare or it is a become extinct. So whatever we have degrading any forest products, it may chances to become extinct, or it is as a result of many endemic species which are very rare, or it is a become extinct. So this is a conditions is we called as the scared forest and lakes. Hope you understand, student. Let us talk about the another importance. You can see this is a very important for the NEET point of view, student. So this is a definitely one questions will come. Important days we're talking about. So here you can see World Environment Day. We are celebrated the 5th June, and World Wildlife Day, Wildlife Week. It is the first week of October. It is especially in the Monday. I hope you that day we are already gone. So the 5th June and the Wildlife Week is also gone. Next, World Forest Day. So that is the 21st March. And World Ozone Day, it is the 16th September. And World Earth Day, it is the 22nd April. And World Population Day, 11th July. So this is a days is a very important, student. Next, National Forest Policy was framed in the year 1952. Right, student? 1952. So this is about the important days and as well as the National Forest Policy, right? So let us move to the next slide. We're talking about, so that is what does that mean? Some abbreviation. CASRI, UNEP, MAB. So CASRI means Central Arid Zone Research Institute. It is a head office is located at Jodhpur, located in Rajasthan state. So Central Arid Zone Research Institute. This institute is a playing important role, mostly the tropic plants, and it is also perform the seed technology, right? Next, UNEP, United Nations Environment Program. So this is it is easily monitoring the how the environment is to be, it is occur in the around the globe, and what are the drastic changes is happen in the environment because of human activity. So everything concerned program, it is monitored by UNEP. So I hope you already know that about this one is the MAB. So MAB means Man and Biosphere Program. You already know about this one. Along with the MAB of under program of the UNESCO. So here the biosphere reserves can be categorized into core zone, buffer zone, and temperate zone. We are already seen this is about the what is that? This is a core zone, right? And this is about the buffer zone, and another one is that this one is called the what is that? Temperate zone. So that the last zone is actually it is a human activities is allowed. Buffer zone is only for the research and education purpose. Limited human activities we can allowed, and whereas the core zone no human activity cannot be allowed. No. So this is the importance about the MAB, right? Let us talk about the agroforestry. Agroforestry means it is a plantation of the grasses, horticulture, and the multiplication of the trees and the shrubs along with the crops, so that it is a stabilize the soil and meet the fodder and the fruit, timber, and grain requirements of the community. Agroforest means that it is a type of the agriculture forest. So whatever we have to cultivate, the useful cultivate products or crops, we can easily harvest from this forest. So here it is a agriculture crop will be implemented in the soil. So that is why it is a forest only. So what is that? Plantation of grasses we can do, horticulture and multi-purpose of the trees such as the shrubs, herbs, and even crops also. So what all this can do, what is that? It is a stabilize the soil. It is a improve the soil fertility also, okay, and meet the fodder and the food and timber, grain requirements of the community. So this is a agroforestry. It's a very, very important. It is there now. Let us move to the next. Another one is there is some special projects for endangered animal species, student. So what are the projects? This is a very, very important table, student. First of all, you can see the column is given the name of the project and characters. So let us be talking about the tiger project, student. This is a very, very important for the NEET point of view. So there are 25 tiger reserves, parks is there, no? Mainly Sundarbans, Corbett National Park, Periyar Wildlife Sanctuaries, Ranthambore. It is Ranthambore is also it is NP. Okay. So to save the tigers, it was a launcher on the year. This is a very important date, student. 1st April 1973, Tiger Project. So they will ask one question here, no? Tiger Project is to be held in which year? So that is answer would be it is the 1st April 1973. And similarly, there is another project we call as Line Project. It is also called as a Gir Line Project. Why? Because of the Gir. Actually, the Gir National Park or Gir Forest is located at Gujarat. That's why we call the Gir Line Project. Okay. And next, another one is ASEAN Line is found only in the Gir Forest of the Gujarat state. It is started in the year 1972. Students, this is also year you need to keep in your mind. So Rhino Conservation Project, Rhinoceros. Okay, it was started in the year of 1987 in the state of Assam. And Dodhwa National Park, it is formerly known as the Lankimpur Kheri, Uttar Pradesh, was selected for the Rhino Introduction Project. Okay, so this is about Dodhwa National Park is selected for the Rhino Reintroduction Project. So that's why it is called as the Rhino Conservation Project. So next, Crocodile Breeding Project. Okay, so the crocodile breeding project is initially started in the Orissa to save the crocodile in the year of 1975, and there are 3 species of the crocodile in India. That is saltwater, that is a saltwater crocodile we call it as Crocodylus porosus. Freshwater mugger, it is a Crocodylus polystrus. And gharial Gavialis gangeticus. So these are the various species of crocodile, and similarly this crocodile breeding project is there, no? Okay. And I went to the Chennai. There is a Chennai National Park. So the Chennai Park is actually, it is also responsible for the crocodile. It is it is a preserving the crocodile, no? There are a lot of crocodile park is there, student. So that is in the Chennai, but that is not at all as a comes under the project, right? It is only for the project is means to protect the or to save the animal species. Let us talk about the another one is snow leopard project. So it is there are 12 snow leopard projects reserves throughout the Himalayas. Only Himalayas only, because of already Himalayas is a very cold region. Hangul project. Hangul project was started in the 1970. Dachigam Sanctuary and Srinagar, Kashmir, to protect the Hangul or Kashmir stag. It is a scientific name of this one is that Sarvas Elephas hangulu. Next, Bro Antler Deer Project. Bro Antler Deer Project. It is started in the Manipur since the year of 1977 to protect the Bro Antler Deer. Services Illidili. Okay, Illidili. It is a scientific name for this one is that Bro Antler. Next, Musk Deer Project. Musk Deer Project is actually what is that is started in the Kadirnath Sanctuary, Uttarakhand, to protect the musk deer. Scientific name it is given as the Mascus masciferus, and Shaikari Devi Sanctuary in the Himalaya Pradesh is also carrying this project. So student, this is a very important characteristics feature about the musk deer, Bro Antler and Hangul and snow leopard. And let us move to the another one is, we're talking about the elephant project. It was started recently in the year 1991 to protect the elephant. So ACT Project Research Center, it is started in the Arunachal Pradesh. River Dolphin Project, it is a Vikramashila, Bihar, right? Next, Line-tailed Macaque Project. It is a Silent Valley located at the Kerala Silent Valley National Park. Why? Because of it is a represent high level of the biodiversity. So that is located in Kerala. And Great Indian Bustard Project, it is located the Desert National Park, Rajasthan, and a Great Indian Bustard Sanctuary, Maharashtra. Students, these are all nothing but what is that there is a project and there is a specific characteristics. I hope you understand everything. Let us move to the another one is, that is wild animals and the protected places in India. We are talking about the another topic, it is wild animals where it is protected in India. So the tiger, the scientific name you know already, Panthera tigris. So where it is protected in India, Corbett National Park, Uttarakhand, Sundarban Tiger Reserve, located at West Bengal State, Rajasthan, Ranthambore National Park, Savai Madhopur, both are located at Rajasthan. Red panda, scientific name it is given as Alurus fulgens, located at Kangendi, okay, Kangendi Jonga, okay, National Park. Kangendi Jonga National Park located at the Sikkim. And another important thing is that one-horned rhinoceros, the scientific name of the rhinoceros, it is called the Rhinoceros unicornis. Okay, so where it is located at Kaziranga National Park located at Assam. Manas Sanctuary located at Assam. Next, Great Indian Bustard, it is located at Coriotis nigriceps. Coriotis nigriceps, it is located the Great Indian, it is a bustard, no, scientific name of this one only. So where it is located here, no, the Desert National Park and Jaisalmer, Rajasthan, the Great Indian Bustard Sanctuary, Maharashtra. So student, up to now what you understand this, all those things, it is that we are trying to learn the project and as well as the wild animals where it is protected in India. That's why we are going to discussing now. Right student? So move to the next slide, continue to the again same thing. the wild animal, that is a great Indian bustard. Scientific name it will be given as Coriotis nigriceps. It is located in the Desert National Park, Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. The Great Indian Bustard Sanctuary, Maharashtra. Next, Asiatic wild ass. The scientific name it is given as Asinus heminos khur. It is a protected in India wildlife ass sanctuary, Surendra Nagar, district of Kanchenjunga and Gujarat. Kashmir stag, Hangul. It is a scientific name is called as the Sarvus elephas hanglu. It is located at Dachingam National Park, Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. Students, these are all nothing but wild animal and where it is protected here. Okay, so let us see elephants. Elephant, Elephas maximus, scientific name for the elephant. Periyar Sanctuary, located Kerala. Similipal Sanctuary, Orissa. Manas Sanctuary, located at Assam. And Gharial, it is called, the scientific name is called the Gavialis gangeticus. Gavialis gangeticus, located at the National Chambal Sanctuary, Kota, Rajasthan. I went this place, student, National Chambal Sanctuary, Kota, Rajasthan, right? The Asiatic lion, it is a Panthera leo persica. Panthera leo persica, it is located at Gir National Park, Gujarat. It's a very, very world famous, student. Next, black buck, it is an Antelope cervicapra. Antelope cervicapra, it is located at the Kanhan National Park, Madhya Pradesh. Desert National Park, Jaisalmer, located at Rajasthan. I hope you understand all those things, student. Let us move to the next slide. Hello students, welcome to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir, a temple for learning. Students, in previous lecture we are successfully completed the biodiversity and conservation part, that is comes under the diversity in the living world, right? And today I am going to discuss a very important, the previous year question paper. What is the importance in the biodiversity and the conservation, I want to discuss with you. Take a look here, students, for your reference. So the first question, it is discussing about that a convenient way for easy identification of organism by applying diagnostic contrasting character is called, okay, what is it called? It is answer is systematics. Okay, so let us talk about the it is called as a key only, students. So it's not a systematics. Systematics, it is a synonyms with taxonomy. It is also shows the what is that arrangement, but it is also similar to the taxonomy, right? That's a synonym to the taxonomy. So coming to the classification, what it can deals with, the classification, if you classify the organism, it is, we can consider about that there are two things. One is the similarity, the other one is that dissimilarity, right, student? So the if you classify the organism, we have to consider the similarity and the dissimilarity of organism. So none of these answer is not correct. So answer is a key only, no. So we already discussed in the previous class. There is a very, very important terminology. It's very important. What does it mean, the key? And each key is represented as a lead. Okay, so that is we already discussed now. So contrasting character of organism is represented is key. So this is, you need to remember, student. Okay, so this is a very, very important point, right? So the next one is that FRI, okay, Food Research Institute, Food Research of India is institute is situated at Dehradun. It is located at Uttarachal. Okay, a Food Research Institute, Institute of India, it is located at Dehradun, Uttarachal. So here is a Hyderabad, we already discussed now. What is that? Hyderabad is not at all FRI, it is a Hyderabad. ICRISAT is present. What is that? ICRISAT. Okay, International Crop Research Institute of Semi-Arid Tropics. Okay, ICRISAT. It is located at Patancheru. So third one is incorrect. Bhopal is incorrect, and Lucknow, it is also incorrect. So the correct option would be, it is that Dehradun, right? Next, The other information is called botanical garden provide. So the first option what is given, it is a beautiful area for recreation. No, it's incorrect. No, we cannot consider as a beautiful purpose. No, so the botanical garden we have to conservation, that means ex situ conservation of germplasm. Okay, ex situ conservation of the germplasm. And we're already discussed about the what are the ex situ conservation of ex situ conservation. It is a conservation of the species of plant species under human care. So we have two things we have to perform, student. One is the conservation of the germplasm. Another one is that seed bank. What is that? Seed bank. We already discussed recalcitrant and calcitrant seeds. So those are seeds is actually we have to maintain some temperature, very low temperature. We have to reduce the moisture content. These things we already discussed in the earlier class. So the botanical garden provide only ex situ conservation of germplasm only. Second option you can take a look here. It is a reservoir for a tropical plant. No, it is an incorrect option. It is a natural habitat for wildlife. Okay, we're talking about the botanical, but it is a given as an organism of animals. So it is also incorrect. So the correct option would be the third one, right? So the next, coming to the other one, is the fourth option. The institute which encourage publication of local flora in India. So you can remember there are 2 points, there are 2 terminology: flora, fauna. Flora means indicate the a plant is occupied in a particular area, flora, and fauna nothing but animal. Okay, so that what are the which institute is encourage the publication of the plants? So we can see NBRI, okay, National Botanical Research Institute. It's not. Okay, Food Research Institute. No, it is a Botanical Survey of India, BSI abbreviation. What is that? Botanical Survey of India. Next, another one is that IARI. Okay, Indian Agriculture Research Institute. I repeat, NBRI represent National Botanical Research Institute, Food Research Institute. Okay, IARI means International Agricultural Research Institute. IARI, it is located at New Delhi. Okay, next, very important point. CNH, Central National Herbarium, is located at Kolkata. Right, Kolkata. Mumbai is not correct. We discussed earlier. No, Chennai is not correct. Chennai is actually, there is a snake park is available. Bangalore is also, there is a Leh, there is a sanction national park is available. No, it is not at all herbarium. So answer would be Kolkata. Next one is Systema Naturae. Okay, was written by Carolus Linnaeus. He is a father of taxonomy. Aristotle, father of zoology. Darwin, okay, father of evolution. De Condorcet, the taxonomy word, it is a proposed by De Condorcet. This is a very important point. Taxonomy word is actually is given by De Condorcet, right, student? So coming in, who is the father of taxonomy? Carolus Linnaeus. Father of biology, Aristotle. He is also known for father of zoology. Darwin, father of evolution. De Condorcet, he introduced the term, a word called taxonomy. I hope you understand about this part. And remaining part also Systemae Plantarum, also proposed by Linnaeus, and botanical Systemae Botan. There are the Linnaeus actually published that there are so many books. It is that, students, I hope you understand these are all things. It is fine. So next I will discuss about the one more part. Reason of diversity in living being is, reason of biodiversity in living being is mutation. What is it? Mutation. There is a sudden changes in the sequence of DNA is called mutation. So it is not at all correct option for our whatever we discuss in the class. Reason of diversity is in the living being, it is called long-term evolutionary changes only. This is a acceptable point. Next, short term, no, it is not a short term, it is. We should consider about the, reason of the diversity of any species. We can consider the only the long term evolutionary changes. Next, another one is the gradual changes, also incorrect. So the second one, first one, third one, fourth one is incorrect option. Next, choose the correct sequence of taxonomic category, also called as taxonomic hierarchy, in Linnaeus hierarchy. This question is asking Karnataka 2001, Kerala 2005, Varda 2005. Students, it is a very important question. See, so what is that? Correct sequence of taxonomic category. You can see the division here. Fine. Class, order, family, tribe, genus and species. This is about the correct option. This is a direct question that we are already explained in the earlier class, right? Move to the next slide. Binomial nomenclature include. Let us talk about the binomial nomenclature. The binomial nomenclature is proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. Generally, the binomial nomenclature having the two components that would be represent genus and species. For suppose, you can see I am writing the human Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. So here Homo represent what is that? Genus, and sapiens means represents the species. Right, student? So let us recall about the binomial nomenclature rules. So here the first letter in the genus would be, it is a capital, and the first letter of the species letter is the small letter. Whenever you are printed on the paper, it should be italic. Okay, and whenever you have to hand written on the paper, you should underline what is the genus and what is the species. Right? So this is about the importance about the binomial nomenclature. So they're talking about, you can see, binomial nomenclature includes genus and species. Yes, this is our correct option. We follow according to the binomial nomenclature. And genus family, incorrect. Genus subfamily, incorrect. Species subfamily, incorrect. We're not at all talking about all this information. So we have discussed only the genus and species only. There are two components are present. That's a binomial nomenclature. Hope you understand, right? So the next one is, who proposed phylogenetic classification of plants? Very important point. There is an external morphology. Based on the external morphology, the classification would be, it is present in the plant. Who's proposed that? Hutchinson. Person is called Hutchinson. Mehta, it's incorrect. Linnaeus, actually we know that he is a father of taxonomy. He is also not. And Bentham and Hooker. Okay, Bentham and Hooker is also not at all that. Okay, so these are the other scientists. The Bentham and Hooker is a we'll discuss the next class, student. Right? Next one. Phylogenetic classification is one which based on, what is the option is given? Habitat of plant. No, we cannot consider as the habitat of plant. We're already majority of the classification we have to came into only one point, that is evolutionary descent only. Okay, we have to follow the evolutionary data from the ancient time and up to now. We have to consider that whether the organism from the ancient time, any characters, any morphological character and internal characteristic should be carried or not. That point we have to consider here now. Okay, so that point we have to consider here, student. So the correct option would be here is that habitat of plant not, and utilitarian system. Okay, utilitarian system means utility. Okay, it is also wrong. Overall similarity, no. That classification we have to follow the similarity and dissimilarity. It is incorrect also. Next, the other one is that here common evolutionary descent. This is our correct option. Right, student? The phylogenetic classification is one which based on common evolutionary descent. Right? So let us move to the next question. The five kingdom classification of living organisms was proposed by R.H. Whittaker. This is a very direct question, student. Right? Altman, it's no. Hutchinson, also no, not, and Adolf Engler, also no, not there. So let us talk about recollect about the five kingdom classification. He classified the organism on the basis of a cell type. Okay, another one is that mode of nutrition, and another one is that, and another one is the presence or absence of the cell wall, and these are the main important thing it is said. For suppose cell type, actually unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular, actually what is that, a prokaryotic can take an example. Multicellular, eukaryotic organism we can take an example. And multicellular organism again differentiated into on the basis of mode of nutrition, autotroph, photosynthesis, and heterotroph organism, right? This is about the five kingdom classification. It is a most acceptable classification proposed by R.H. Whittaker. Let us talk about, and Bentham Hooker also not there, right? The type of specimen used by author in the original publication is known as holotype. This is a direct question, student. So holotype means what is that? You can see isotype, leukotype, syntype. In this, all this type is actually what we observe now. There is the isotype we can see. This is actually the original type of the specimen is considered as a duplicate, and a leukotype and syntype is actually what is that? Here is there is a what is that? There is a absence of the original species we can observe. So here what is that? The type of specimen used by once, if it is a author is a word is coming, no, that is a no doubt at all, it is a holotype only. In the original publication is called holotype. That we will also discuss about in the previous slides. You can check for your reference. Right, students? Let us move to the next question. The five kingdom classification includes, okay, the first option is given Monera, Protista, Animalia, Plantae and Algae. Incorrect. Okay, so Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia, it is our correct option. Virus, Prokaryotic, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia, incorrect. Why? Because of you can see these two is not considered now, because of what the virus is actually it is a connecting link between the cellular and acellular. That means it is a connecting link between the living and non-living part. So it is not at all including the cell theory part. So virus is not a part now, right? So it is not comes under the five kingdom classification. They will ask one more question, student. Why virus is not comes under the five kingdom classification? Why? Because of it is unable to explain, it is unable to comes under what is that cell theory, and it is considered as the connecting link between acellular and cellular. That means it is outside of the body of host, it has act as a non-living inside of the body of the host, it's considered as the living. So that's why it is not considered about the what is that living and non-living. That's why it's not included here. Here prokaryote is actually what is that is a part of eukarya. Okay, so that is also we are already discussed now. Fungi and this. So this is incorrect. Algae, fungi, bryophyta, pteridophyta, gymnosperm. No, these are all nothing but plant kingdom only. So this is also not correct. It is not giving any animalia. Let us talk about the Monera. All unicellular organisms such as the blue-green algae, bacteria, it is comes under Monera. Protista, okay, Protista example is the Paramecium, amoeba, and some Plasmodium, Vivax, etc. And fungi, yeast organism, Plantae, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperm, Angiosperms, Thallophyta, etc. Animalia, human beings, and as well as the chordata, invertebrate and vertebrate, right? So this is about the Animalia and five kingdom classification things it is. Next, the taxon is a what is that? I mean it is a rank. It is an incorrect student. It is an incorrect statement, student. It is actually A. It is a rank in okay, a rank in the taxonomic hierarchy. A rank in the taxonomic hierarchy. This is called as taxon, also called as a taxa. It is also called as a taxa. What does it mean? So we'll come again, taxonomic hierarchy. I given already one acronyms. What is that? Keep putting chocolate out of her goodness sake. What is that? Keep putting chocolate out of her goodness sake. So what does it mean here? Kingdom, okay, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. So this is what is that? A kingdom hierarchy, right? In case of the phylum animal, or division. Division in case of the plant only, right student? This is represent what is the taxonomic hierarchy, right? Next, other question you can see, identify from the following the only taxonomic category that are a real existence. This is our word. So how to read a question, it is a very important thing student. Identify the following. So they are asking about identifying the following state in the in the options, that only taxonomic category a real existence. What is that answer? Genus, no, it is an incorrect option. Why? Because of the genus we can consider the speciation only, it is a part of the taxonomy. Let us talk about the speciation concept identified by Ernest Mayr. Okay, a speciation, the species formation only, it is one of the following is one of the only taxonomic category that is exist as a real existence. Phylum is not, and we have a plants also. The phylum is actually what is that? It is a belong to animals. So the kingdom, it is it also not a consider about the kingdom. It is so many things is there now in the taxonomic hierarchy. What are they? The family and a family division, everything we have to consider. So the species only, it is a very important. Which of the following is required as equivalent subspecies of classical taxonomy? That is a direct question. That is a species. Okay, eco-species, eco-type formation of species, eco-species is also not correct. No, comparium also not incorrect option. Species is the correct option. The term neo-systematics, that is called the new systematics. Neo means new systematics. It is given by Julian Huxley, right? This is a very important point. And species actually identified by what is the John Ray. Theophrastus is the father of botany. Carolus Linnaeus is known as father of taxonomy. Right student? Let us talk about the another one. In the classification of plant, the term cladistics refers to the, what is that? The phylogenetic classification. Student, the other name of the phylogenetic classification of the plant also called as cladistics classification. This is also direct question only. Which of the following taxonomic ranks contains organism most similar to one author? So that is answer is, which of the following taxonomic ranks contain the organism most similar to one another? That is answer would be, what is that? Species. This is also direct question student, that we are already discussed, right? So the next one, the three phases of taxonomy, it is given. What is that? A, W, ABW were recognized by, this is a another question student, the three phases of the taxonomy. This is not at all we discussed student. Okay, so that answer is that Thurl is a person name. What is that? Person only. The three phases of taxonomy, it is not at all acceptable. That's why it is not came into existence. But it is a just only who identified the three phases of taxonomy, because of that is ABW, that means a species only now. So it is not acceptable. That's why it is only person name only we have to identify it here. It is not at all identified. It is not asking about what does that mean, this one or this one. Okay, actually it is not at all acceptable because of certain reasons of evolutionary data is fails to explain, and other one is that phylogenetic relations also fails to explain. That's why it is not at all acceptable. So the person only they are asking now, Thurl, right? So the next one is that the first national park in India. We're talking about in India. What is that? Jim Corbett National Park, Assam. Gir is actually what is that? Located at Gujarat. Kaziranga, Assam. Okay, none of this, it's not there now. So this one and this one wrong. And Jim Corbett National Park, located, it is considered as first national park in India. Next, one more question I will discuss now. First national park in the world. that is Yellowstone National Park located at USA. Yellowstone National Park, USA, United States of America. Hope you understand, student, right? So this is about the, in the world, Yellowstone, in India, Jim Corbett. This is a very, very important question. Keep it in our mind, right? So let us move to the next question. Natural system of classification was given by George Bentham and Hooker. This is a very, very important point. Natural system of classification. I hope you, madam, was explained about this one at plant kingdom, right? So Bentham and Hooker is identified natural system of classification. In botany, this is a botany concept, student, right? So George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker is proposed the natural system of classification. This is a botany concept. Next, a group of interconnected genera is called family. This is a direct question, student, right? Next, the other one is five kingdom classified was given by, this is again repeated question again, Whittaker. So hope you can understand. There is a very basic terminology there. Will ask, no, five kingdom classification, there are actually in this previous year paper there are 2 times came, no. So you need to concentrate about the five kingdom classification more. So this is also most important point, right? Let us move to the next one. Five phylogenetic system of classification proposed by Engler and Prantl. Engler and Prantl. Five phylogenetic system of classification proposed by Engler and Prantl. This is also botany concept. Okay. The next one is, which one of the following is a not correct statement? Okay, you can see botanical garden having a collection of living plants for reference. This is a correct only. A museum has a collection of photographs. This is a wrong. Collection of photographs of plant and animal. No, it is not at all photograph. It is a museum is actually preserves the, there is a dead specimens of the plant and animal. In a material we call it the 10% of formaldehyde. Okay, so this is a incorrect option. Next, as you can see, a key is a taxonomic aid for the identification of the specimen in a contrasting character. This is also wrong. It is also correct option, right? So herbarium houses, okay, we have to dried and pressed and preserved plant specimen. In this case, we have to using the poison is called a 0.1% of mercury chloride. This is a very, very important point, right? So in the herbarium sheet, what is the herbarium sheets also we discussed, no, right? It is a quick referral for the alpha taxonomy. This is a very, very important points for the, okay, in today's class. I hope you understand about this is about the, right, what we discussed in today's class, that is important previous lectures, important previous questions. No, this is a very, very important point, student. Let us discuss the today. We are successfully, we are completed the diversity in the living world, and tomorrow I will start the in the live session is that ecology and environment lecture 1. I hope you understand today's class. Good luck, student. Thank you all.